Jai Maa Kamakhya, Jai Maa Tara, Jai Bhairava. So this video is more like an update and informing you of certain sadhanas and certain updates related to the Kamakhya Bhairava Foundation. So like previous years, like last year, this year too, uh, in the month of December, we will be offering certain abhushanas to Maa Tara, and also certain pujas will be conducted for the Priti and Anugraha of Maa Tara. So Maa Tara is one of those, one of the Mahavidyas who are very closely linked to the progress and development of the Kamakhya Bhairav Kula. We do a lot of sevas to Maa Tara to the best of our ability that we can, along with that sadhanas. In fact, anybody who is connected integrally to the activities and volunteering works or any other activity with respect to the Kamakhya Bhairav Kula will have to do some sadhanas of Tara and progressively keep increasing those sadhanas, because without her grace this will not be possible. So in that light, like we do offerings to various temples, this year we made offerings to the Kal Bhairav temple in Kashi, to Vatuka Bhairava, to Mahakal in Ujjain, to Panchanan Bhairava in Calcutta. So like this, along with, apart from the various annadanam and other activities that we do, so this month of December, like last year, again we will be making offerings as well as annadanam and other activities to Maa Tara for her anugraha. So those people who are linked to Kamakhya Bhairava Upasaka Foundation, or just follow my videos and do their sadhanas, wherever you may be located, this is a good time to mentally align yourself to Maa Tara. So you can start doing if you are not already in an anushthan, then carry on that. But if you are thinking that what sadhana anushthan to do, what you can do is very simply keep a photo of Maa Tara, of Tarapit, not just any Tara, because the one who is in Tarapit, though she is a cremation ground deity, there is also a tremendous protectiveness and the motherliness in there. That is why that space expands like I can't even define the crowds that come there, and there are a lot of people who connect to her with bhakti, and they experience her blessings, they experience her protection. So there is no doubt about the power that of Maa Tara that exists in Tarapit. So if you can keep a photo of Maa Tara, millions of people keep photos of Maa Tara in Bengal side. There's not a big deal about it, and you can keep any offering that you think according to your desire and wish. It's entirely up to you. So if you are confused, you can even buy a simple sari, okay, and you keep it there in front of the photo. Daily you light a diya, agarbatti, etc. And then keep chanting the Tara Ashtottara Nama, which is easily available on the internet. Tara Ashtottara Nama at least 7 times. 7 times Tara Ashtottara Nama. Along with that, the Tara Mantra, which I had mentioned for the 16th Thursday Upasana of Maa Tara, 3 malas of that mantra. So it's a simple sadhana. So you do 7 times the Tara Ashtottara, then you do 3 malas of that mantra, okay, and just in mental way, and you end it. At the end of it, once you complete it, you sit down and you imagine her feet, the feet of Maa Tara, okay, and imagine that all your prayer is going to her feet. Imagine that blessings and anugraha of Maa Tara is coming to you. Her feet are most important. I mean, as you go deeper into Devi sadhana, you will realize that the feet of Devi are very, very powerful. I mean, her full form is beyond human capacity to assimilate and take in, but it is her feet that are very crucial. And it's a very valid practice to keep your focus on the feet of Devi. So you keep the photo of Maa Tara, you imagine that whatever sadhana or practice that you have done is reaching the feet of Maa Tara, and then you can meditate a bit on the famous mantra Sharanagata Dinartha Paritrahana Parayane. So basically that is a very collective mantra for any form of Devi Upasana. And then you continue this till a day before the Amavasya of the month of December. Okay. And on that day, on the day of Amavasya, you can take this offering, whatever you have kept, say if you have kept a sari or if you have kept anything, it doesn't matter what you want to offer to her. And go to any nearby Devi temple, because it's not possible to find Tara temple everywhere. Tara temple is not that common. Hopefully, once we have more physical spaces through the Kamakhya Foundation, we will be establishing also, along with the Bhairava shrines. In the shrines, we will have spaces for different forms of Devi, but definitely for Maa Tara also in them, in quite a few of them, it's likely. But at this moment, it's not easy to find a Tara temple everywhere else. But that does not matter. You can visit any Durga temple, any Chamunda temple, any Kali temple, any Devi temple, and those offerings that you have kept till now in your puja space with the stuti, the Ashtottara of Maa Tara, as well as the mantra of Tara. That is not the normal mantra. I've already explained that in other videos. You can go through them. That is not the standard Panchakshari mantra, by the way, but that's extremely effective. And it brings certain blessings of Tara to the individual. There's no doubt about it. I've seen in lot of cases that the mantra brings a degree of anugraha on the upasaka. And then on that day, on the Amavasya day, you can go and offer those to any Devi temple as conclusion of your sadhana. After that, if possible, you feed a little girl any food, or if you can't feed a girl, then at least feed any human being, anybody, even a beggar, some food. It's important to feed people. Okay, even one person, if you feed, that's a positive thing. If you can feed a little girl, that's the best thing. Or if you can feed anybody, a beggar or somebody, or if not, you can feed, there are orphanages or other underprivileged children spaces where they exist, where they're, taken care of. You can go there and provide food to them. So in this way, you complete your sadhana of Maa Tara. If you are connected to the videos that I do, and if you've been doing sadhanas and following them, or if you are following the Vihesh sadhanas that we encourage people to do, then this is a very good practice in order to get some blessings of Maa Tara into your life. So Tara is one of those forms. She can, practically speaking, when one goes deeper into Tara Upasana, you will realize that she is like the midpoint between Kali and Tripur Sundari. She can manifest the Rodra Swarup of Kali. She can also manifest the opulence of Ma Tripur Sundari. And that is her unique nature. And as destiny would have it, we specifically, I myself, as well as the foundation, as well as the Kamakhya Foundation, we have a very strong link to Maa Tara. It is her blessings, her protection, and her guidance that has taken us where we are right now and has helped us to expand, whether it is the collective sadhanas, whether it's the annadanam, whether the various sevas we're able to do, whether the more, the spaces that we are looking at for development of the Bhairava temples, everything, somewhere or the other, it is her energy that envelops us and guides us and takes us forward. In fact, in honor of Maa Tara, I have decided that in the various annadanam that our volunteers do across different cities, as well as the collective sadhanas, which right now has spread to almost more than 20 cities, actually, both in India and also abroad. So we will also be using another banner where, apart from the regular banner that we have, where the image of Tara is more prominent. Because if you go very deep into Devi Upasana, you'll realize that the one who is there in Kamakhya is also Tara. She is not different from it. In fact, the evidence of it comes from the Shastras itself, the Tantra Shastras, where it is mentioned where Vashishta was unable to realize Mahamaya in the Vedic format of sadhana. He had to finally come and worship Tara and realize Tara through the Panchatattva or the Panchamakara offerings that are given to Matara. So in a way, the Adi Swarupa of Tara is also present in Kamakhya. But that Swarupa is more fierce and has its own pros and cons in some ways. We'll discuss that some other time. But fundamentally, the two forms of the mother are deeply interlinked. It is not that Tara is very different from Kamakhya. Though the mantras are different, the krama is different, and Kamakhya has a certain nirakara swarupa, but Tara uh, is like the tip of the arrow. She is the siddhi. She is the final culmination of the practice. One of my gurus, very who is very potent, one of the most potent people I've seen. He used to mention that after 12 years of Kamakhya Upasana, one should start Tara Upasana in Tarapit, and then you will realize what is the real power. And that is absolutely true. I have seen how Maa Tara opens up her uh, divine blessings, for lack of better words. The experiences, the anubhutis change so tremendously. If you have created a base first in Kamakhya and then you have shifted to Maa Tara. And yes, like all sadhanas, it takes time. The higher ranges of sadhana is not a matter of months or few years. At least 12 years or more of sadhana has to go in, consistent sadhana. And in this 12 years, lot of ups and downs, everything life will throw at you. Do not be hassled by them. If you are meant to reach the highest, you have to develop the Adhara Shakti. You have to go ahead through this jungle of your own karmas so that you reach a state. In 12 years, Jupiter would have transmitted all the transited, through all the rashis of the zodiac and given you different kinds of phalas through the different rashis. And after this 12 years only, you realize what is your true contact with the deity. And that divine force which helps us to go through this 12 years is Bhairava. Without his kripa, nobody will be able to survive 12 years of really Devi Upasana and Mahavidya sadhanas. Anyway, so anybody who's coming to the main point, anybody who's connected to us or connected to my videos and has reverence for Maa Tara and have done the 16 Thursday sadhanas, in order to get some blessings of Maa Tara. Mind you, this is not at all for a materialistic purpose. This specific sadhana is only to get anugraha of Tara. You can try this. You can start any day. Uh, it's completely up to you how many days you can do this sadhana, but the key is once you manasik way mein in your mind you establish that you are going to give this particular offering to Maa Tara, you keep it in your puja space, you keep a photo of Maa Tara, and then you do the Ashtottara Nama 7 times along with it 3 malas of that mantra. Do it every day. Also, if you can do it in the Brahma Muhurta, then it's very good. That's the ideal time to do this, right at the time of the sunrise. If not, you can do any time of the day, but avoid doing it at midnight. That's not the right time for this sadhana. In fact, it's not the right time for a lot of sadhanas or for a lot of upasakas at the initial stages. I hope this is beneficial to people. I hope that there are more people who will be doing this sadhana. And once you do this, it automatically connects you to the energy and the processes of sadhana that I will myself be doing during this period of time as offerings to Maa Tara, so that her grace and anugraha is on myself and also on the foundation and the people who are connected to us. So collectively, as more people join in, it creates a greater force. In the Kali Yuga, the biggest force is collective. It's not an individual sadhana. However good you might be in your own puja space, you just do not have the capacity to create that kind of spiritual energy which can be created when multiple people gather together with similar frequency and the same devata, same type of process, and get together. That is why the collective sadhanas we do, that's why the Vishesh sadhanas we do on specific tithis, because it generates a certain power when multiple people are sitting together and doing this sadhana. That's all for now. Jai Ma Kamakhya, Jai Ma Tara, Jai Bhairava.